stream, and wanting will come to the stream. Anything is possible at my stream. You can do anything at my stream. The infinite is possible on my stream. The unattainable is known on my stream. Welcome to my stream. This is my stream. Welcome to my stream. Welcome. This is my stream. Welcome to my stream. Welcome to my stream.
What's up, everyone? Bradley Jack Design here with another lovely Tuesday of designing. I was going to make a really nice Nelly Korda graphic for International Women's Day, but then Russell Wilson got traded to the Broncos and everybody loves a good jersey swap. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to swap Russell Wilson to the Broncos. So what we have here is we have this lovely photo of Russell Wilson. And what we're going to do is swap him to the Broncos. I pulled a bunch of photos for the Broncos. So we've got, luckily, a bunch of photos of Drew Lock. They're the same number, which is great. But I just grabbed a bunch of photos to be sort of resources for us to use. First things first, though, I always like to clip out the player just because it allows us to like brush in areas we want to color a little bit easier. Now, I noticed the helmets are going to be a pain in the ass because they've got this like texture here, so we'll figure out how to do that. Usually helmets are the hardest part. So we're just going to go in here. We're just going to quickly cut him out. And I'm, of course,
Quick
using
select.
because quick select is amazing and the best. How you guys all doing today? I was out and about running some errands, and then all this news came out about Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson. I was like, well, I guess I'm doing that then. So we're just gonna hop in here real quick. I'll fix that in select and mask. We'll toss this back here, toss this out, blah, blah, blah. This is a decently high resolution photo, which is why I chose it. It's also like just, you know, a cowboy shot. So it's like a 3/4 shot. So it should work out pretty decently. I guess Drew is a lock for the Seahawks starting job. No, as Brad said, go on Volt. Malik Harris is going to look real good in a Seahawks uniform. I don't know where the Seahawks pick, but like they're going to pick a quarterback. So like NFL draft order. So what is the draft order? Blah 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 blah. The Seahawks are probably going to trade up. Where's even their pick? Do they even have? Oh god. Playing to Jalen and Jacoby. Seahawks. Well, I guess they might have to use I don't know. They don't have a first round pick. So I don't know how they're gonna get a quarterback, so never mind. Alright, so we're just going to quickly cut this. We're just doing this to make it easier to color in some of these areas and color change them. Because we're going to keep the same background. So I don't have to be like exact because it's going to have the same background. Yeah, there's always Geno Smith. They don't have Teddy Two Gloves. That's the Broncos. I mean, they could always trade Teddy Two Gloves now. If he's even on the... I don't even know if he's on the Broncos anymore. Still. He's one of those journeymen. They could always get Tyrod Taylor. He's always around in places. It's like Josh McCown. It's just a journeyman. All right, so this is pretty decent. It doesn't have to be perfect, like I said. It's really just for us to get the general shape of Russell Wilson. That way we can change the colors of all of the jersey areas. Like, it doesn't really matter over here. Like, what is going on here? What is this? Okay, so that's the background. Just cut in here real quick. Go like this. I should really get a timer to see how long it's actually going to take and just have like a live timer going. But we're streaming earlier than usual, so we can go as long as we want and do whatever we want. Always gotta love these bots coming in and just saying nonsense. Hi, goodbye. Thank you, come again. Alright, so this is pretty decent. His shoulder's a little wonky. We're probably gonna, depending on the photo we find, just replace the whole shoulder anyway. That's usually what I do. Do you hate swapping to or from because of the details on the collar? Alright, so I think that's good. So we're gonna convert this to a smart object. Nope. Convert this to a new smart object. So I want background in here as well. Yeah, it's like going to the Cardinals. Like, the Cardinals is annoying, but if you just skip stuff that you're supposed to include, then it's fine. Okay. All right. So this is what we have going on. Here's our base. So if I go like this and just do like, I don't know, color overlay, like this is what we're paying attention to. Yeah, this is going to be a pain in the ass. I see what you mean. All right, so we're gonna make a new layer. We're gonna mask it to this, and we're gonna erase a lot of this stuff. So the reason we cut it out is because I can go in here now with the stamp tool, and I can go like this, and I can brush upwards, and it's not gonna hurt anything. I'm gonna set the stamp tool to 50% so it's not as harsh, so I can blend in areas a little easier. Some areas I can probably just hit it a bunch like this anyway. We're just gonna blend it in. Just gonna erase these things out. And it doesn't, I'm just doing the shoulder right now. It doesn't really matter which one I do. I'm probably gonna do this for most of the areas. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna darken this area to match this hue. Or not hue, tint. And then we'll go from there. So I want to select the light, and then I want to do like 30% just to put some of that shade back in. Do 10%. Just lightens it up a little bit. And again, we're probably going to cover this with, you know, some of these, sometimes I just do whole swaps of parts. Sometimes I patchwork them on there. It just depends on what's going to look best. So like that looks okay. Not great, but okay. Yeah, the NBA swaps are just, they're so much easier. There's no helmets. All the jersey, like some of the jerseys have some things going on. Like I did a Candace Parker swap to the Bulls, and like it's pretty much a piece of cake, to be honest. Okay, what are we doing here? Take this, move it over. At what, 50%? That's fine. So we'll just go up here. And I feel like if you set it to like 50% as well, or a percentage, you're not going to see as much obvious copying like you see if you do a using the stamp tool often. to like change things. It's just, I think it's a little bit more gentle, and you're not going to see as much areas that are all affected. It's like there's that. I'm just gonna save this so we can have something up for us to swap. Now I don't want to do the throwback jersey. I'm just like, so these layers here are all just gonna be sort of nonsense. I'm just gonna make new ones whenever I feel like it. It's more or less just for me to not have everything on one layer, so I can mess up something and it won't affect everything. I'm just following the same path as this. We're just going to get rid of these like this. So half the game in jersey swaps is removing items. The other half is putting the other items on, of course. So like this down here is just super dark, which is kind of nice. I'll just make a new layer. So I can probably be pretty haphazard. This is all, like, this just looks like it's the same color. So there's no texture down here, which is great. Because usually it's like, oh, there's tons of... That's what's annoying with, like, white jerseys, is some jerseys have, like, perforation. Depending on what player you get. So then it gets real annoying real quick. This is actually pretty easy down here. And you can probably tell when we zoom out. Not really. I mean, it's super dark, so that's good. So we'll just have to make the 3 dark on our way back to this area. Yeah, I was doing a jersey swap of something. I don't remember what it was for. It was for a client. It might have been for the Cowboys. I don't remember what it was, but there were a bunch of perforations at the bottom of the jersey, and I was just like, I do not like this. So I'm just going to put this on top. I'm trying to select soft. Oh, God. What is happening? Oh, see, I'm on a different layer. Select a different layer on accident. And I'm doing current and below. So that way it selects anything that's below this layer. And then I can take this layer and I can just mask out the areas that I don't want it to hit. Mask back in the areas that need to be affected. Kind of like that. So far, so good. Yeah, I'm using the stamp tool right now. No, so with the stamp tool, there's a couple different ways you can do it. You can sample the current layer, which is how I always did it. But you can also do current and below, or all layers. So I usually do current and below. But then it's usually the top layer. So there's nothing on this layer. So it allows me to be non-destructive with my original photo. And I can stamp on top of it. It comes in handy a lot, actually. So I'll just stamp up here. I'm getting a little stamp happy with this. I'm going to lighten it up. And I'm not worried about going on his arm right now because we're just going to mask it out. Yeah, it's a huge win. I usually don't do layers above it. Like if I have a color lookup on attached to something, then obviously that will affect it. But this way it won't. All right, let's get let's do a somewhat hard brush. Lighten it up a little bit. This isn't terribly crisp, so there's a little bit of a blurred edge here. We're just gonna sort of fake the funk like that. Fake, 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 fake. I mainly just want to get the areas that have the lettering. So I can just kind of go like that. Maybe go like that, I don't know. Save. So we're good here. We're going to leave this patch because it's the Walter Payton Man of the Year award. And we'll keep the captain's patch for now. All right, let's do some more. Let's try just a different way to do this just to see what happens. So we're going to use the patch tool. Let me zoom up so I can see what we're doing. Okay, so with the patch tool, we're going to select this area right here. And then we're going to... Oh, hold on. I forget how to do this. I haven't used the patch tool in forever. Oh, it's because I am on... there's nothing on this because of this, so that's not going to work. Let's content aware fill and see what happens. Can we content aware fill? Yeah, like that. Just going to hit OK. There. That actually worked out super well. Did you really do a Russell Wilson? I mean, it's not a... The Colts need someone, so, like, I get it. Nobody likes Carson Wentz. Man, that content aware just, like, murdered this. Like, that did all of the work for us, which is great. Let's make a new layer just because. Doesn't matter. And then we'll just do what the content aware pretty much did, which is this. I usually don't use the content aware tool, just, you know, I like doing it by hand, I guess. But it does come in handy like that. So that was actually pretty clutch. Poggers. Poggers, yo. Let's just mask this out now. What is this? Nothing? Okay, good. Yeah, I should probably content aware fill more often, to be honest. It'd probably save me a couple minutes. It works for this. You know, client work, I might want to be a little bit more hands-on, a little bit more delicate. So far, so good. New layer just because. We're going to keep this the same. Let's content aware this out and just see what happens. I'll use the polygonal lasso tool just because I'm lazy. Let's see how this gets content aware out. Look, it's perfect. Not really, but it's perfect. I will be hands-on and delicate with you, Brad. Don't worry. There. That's done. There. We're already halfway there. Let's take a look at some of these photos. So really what I'm looking for in these photos is like the shoulder pads. So like these are pretty close. So I'll probably just use these. We're going to swap him to this orange, by the way. So let's fix that. All right, so I'm going to do just a regular...
Radiant map.
We're going to turn this black and white, like this. But I like to make a couple extra choices. We'll do 25 there. Let's set this to 50. And set this to 50%. Yes, exactly. It's the same number, so it's really inconvenient when you can't find numbers. So we just have this gradient map. We're turning this to be black and white. We're going to attach that to this. And what we're going to do is, I'm going to duplicate it real quick just so we have it. Here's what we're going to do. We are going to put that on top, and then we're going to paint this in. Hold on. I just got a request to do a jersey swap. I bet it's what I'm doing now. Yeah, I 100% just got assigned a task that they're going to want me to do jersey swap what I'm doing right now. We're probably using their own photos. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to make this dark. So what we're going to try and do is we're just going to try and darken this up So it's the same color as the outside. Kind of like this. It's actually pretty funny. Should probably stop streaming and go do that using their photos. Or I can just say, hi, use this. Okay, thanks. All right. So I've found that basically just duplicating a couple of these is the easiest way to let these blend in together. And I'm sort of just eyeballing this right now. It looks a little dark. I think that's probably pretty good. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to not have these masks to anything. I don't think they're going to use this photo. If they would, that'd be hilarious. Okay, what just happened? I made a new layer and clipped it to this, but this layer has nothing on it. So why is this layer... That doesn't make any sense. New layer. Clip. Like, you see what's happening, right? That doesn't make any sense. Anyway. We are going to mask this. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to do this jersey swap, and then I'm going to do another one off the stream to just double up on jersey swaps today. That's really what's going to happen, which is fine. Okay, so what I should do, and we're going to see if this works, is we're going to use our dear friend Quick Select on the back image, like this, to select this area. And then we're going to select the mask. And we're going to go like this. And just select this nice area like this. Yeah, just like that. Okay, so then we can go up here, delete this. Yeah, this is my practice one. This one's going to be better, by the way, but this is my practice one. All right, so we make a new layer, and then we blend this in kind of like this. Now, I probably could have just done this to begin with, because if I make it the same color, you can blend it in pretty easily. Since it's black and white, I can blend it pretty simply. You see, it's about the same, but it doesn't have the same texture to it. So I think I'm just going to go like this and just hit these spots kind of like this. Because there's no texture. Like, that's the troublesome part. Now I could probably stamp on luminosity, and I think that might work. Oh, see what this is? Oh, shoot. I accidentally clicked on... I hotkeyed something, and it swapped to the layer below. Which happens. Basically, what I want to do with this is I just want to get rid of these lines. I can just come up here. Hit this, hit this, hit this. Somebody's at my door. It is a giant FedEx package. Hold on. Please hold. I need to get this package. This is a fun package I didn't know what I was going to get, so it's one of those things where like, oh, I should open it on stream, but I'm not going to. Okay. So we want to keep these corners in. So we're going to select these areas like this and continue the shapes of these. It's a very exciting package, actually. I'm very pumped. Oh god, what's going on? Oh, I selected some stuff I didn't want to. Theoretically, this is all going to blend away once we make it orange. That's the idea, at least. And what I want to do is I want to group these together and I want to mask it to the area. Okay, great. Do more of this, more of this. Yeah, exactly. It's my... I couldn't fit the life-size OP Toppin down here. So like some of this area, you know, here's what's going to happen. We're doing all this cool shit right here to do this, and then we're just going to cover it up with shoulder pads. Like, it's literally what we're going to do. Okay, so I need to go over here. We need to select this area. Go in here. Delete out. Paint this. Paint this. Okay, back on track where we were. Paint, 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 paint. It's just in this area, so actually I can just fill this in. I can do this very haphazardly, which I completely forgot. Paint this area back in. And then this. I'm gonna use a real soft brush for this and set it to like 75%. And just kind of do this. Because you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna color this in with stamp tool on this other layer anyway. So it's kind of pointless what I just did. So let's make a new layer. Stamp tool. You send a photo of this to my brother because he'll know what this is and appreciate it. Send brother. Send. Okay. Let's do 80%. Okay, so let's see here. Uh-oh. I broke it. This weird glitch when I zoom in or zoom out. It just breaks and I have to quit out and then go back into it and then everything's fine. Really bizarre. Once you use Photoshop a lot, there's just like random glitches you make do with. My brother is trying to FaceTime me because I sent him a photo of this package. Uh-oh. What just happened? Weird. The Bluetooth just completely cut out on my headphones. And they're back. That's weird. My whole laptop just disconnected all Bluetooth for like 4 seconds. All right, let's get down in here. Mainly it's this area that we're gonna need to sort of make sure is accurate because this is gonna stay pretty much the same. Hello, Alex. Would you like me to open the package? The package is golf clubs. So, looks good. Print it. Open the package. Oh, dang it. See, we're on a different layer on accident. This is why I like having multiple layers. You don't mess things up. I need some, and no one has said what's in the box yet. That would have been clutch. Blah, blah, blah. Any primers? Any primers out there? There. Doesn't look too bad. All right, so what do we got? What is this? Okay, I want... So if I get rid of this black and white and turn this on, it actually doesn't look too bad. All right, so we've got this going on, so that's good. I might want this above. Yeah, above it is fine. I'm actually gonna open this box. Because it's bugging me. It's 2 putters and some hats is what it is. So I got it's a tailor-made putter, tailor-made spider putter, and then another new putter, two new putters essentially for me to try out. So that's fun. That is what is in the box. Okay, so back to this. So here's the problem now. Problem is we need it to look like this. So what we're gonna do is we're going to mask this out. Yes. Okay, this is correct. Okay, so we're gonna paint back in. We're just painting on the areas of the jersey we want to change. So we just want to change these areas. So I'm being a little haphazard because we can always just mask it out again later. So we'll just do this for now. Again, we're probably going to just do straight shoulder replacements. So we might toss some of those in now just to make sure we have the coloring right. And that's usually the case. All right, so let's actually do that. So what do we got? We've got this shoulder. Yeah, these are the shoulders that are pretty good. So I'm gonna set this to 50%, and we're just gonna bump this up a little bit. Kind of like that. You know, see where things would line up. Just like looking around. This would be a little bit bigger. Let's do 122. I think that's good. All right, so I'm gonna duplicate this so we can use it again later. And we're gonna mask this. Right here, like this. Really, we can really actually just like mask this whole area if we theoretically wanted to. So what we could do is we could try and match mainly where the neck is. Kind of like that. Just want to make sure it's not like too far in any specific spot. All right, so let's mask this out from the outside. What we're going to do really is we're going to get rid of all this. We're going to mask it to this cuff. And this is going to allow us to fake this area. So like what's going on here? So this is a corner. So I'm going to group this into a group because I want to mask it, but then I don't want to affect that mask with what I'm doing here. So like we're gonna mask around his finger like this. What's up, Ryan? I was like, who's mentioning Kyle Fisk right now? 100%. I bet if I emailed Kyle, he would want me to be the keynote. He would want me to be one of the speakers at the portfolio show. Should probably do that. Brian and I went to college together at Sinclair Community College, and Kyle Fisk was one of our amazing professors. And he would love what I'm doing right now, probably. Brian, I say stuff all the time on here that only like 4 people would get. I say I'm gonna fake the funk like every time I do these streams. And it's just to myself. I know that one of our professors, Amanda, would love that I'm using fake funk. He would also say "look it" a lot. We made t-shirts that said "look it" on them. Good times, good times. Alright, so we can come back here. This is the initial one, so I'm just gonna go back in here and do this one now. Mask out some of these areas. Double mask. Okay, so that's a problem. What's going on here? What's going on here? There we go. Alright, so I like doing the shoulders this way just because it's way easier. It's like night and day easier to just do it this way than some other complicated way. Appreciate it, Brian. Alright, let's toss this. Let's see what this looks like. I bet this is gonna look hilariously bad. Like just where the shoulder is. Yeah, he's like hunched. So I'm gonna group this together and mask this even more. We're gonna go like this. We're gonna have it end right here. And then we're gonna have this be the dark blue. Kind of like that. So we'll have that come in and blend in with the dark blue so we know what we're doing. So we'll kind of go like this. There, that doesn't look too bad. It could look worse, it could look better. We can fix up an area over here, and what we'll add a shadow over here. Like then I can go down here just on top of all this stuff and just add some layer. I don't know what it's called. Oh,
curves.
I'll just add that here. At like 30%. Darken this area up. Give it a little bit of a shadow. Making his arm look extra tan. Might duplicate this. I want to mask it to the curves layer. That'd be weird. Something like that. And we'll have to adjust some of these to fit the darkness of what we put on there. But that is one shoulder theoretically done. So let's go in now. The whole point of what this is I want this to basically, we can then adjust these layers or actually duplicate it. Because if you duplicate it, it gets a little bit darker or a little bit lighter. So if we move these over, we can really make it white if we wanted to. Now let's go like that. All right, so what I would do actually, get back to what I would actually do. Gradient map, normal gradient map. We're going to select, I have the stupid gradient map selected instead. What did she get? What did my dog get? Penny, what you got? Hold on, let me see what Penny got. Hello, this is a Penny stream now. Penny is here. Got part of a Christmas decoration. All right, so what I would do here is select the blue I want to use. And then just basically look back and forth and what that blue would look like. So if I'm looking here, I actually want to add a lighter blue to the top end. Sort of like that. It doesn't blend in as well as I want it to. So what we can do is go into here. And this is where labeling stuff would come in handy now. Left shoulder. I'm really not entirely digging how this is turning out, but we're gonna make do with it. Because we're already 42 minutes in. Okay, so this gradient map, we need to just be the blue, which is fine. We'll just paint this on blue, blue, blue. And this is below that layer, so I can actually be really uncautious with it and have it look like that, which is fine. But this gradient map, we need to get off of his skin. What is happening? What is that? Hold on. Let's look at the original image. Oh, that's there. So that's like an undershirt or something. That's kind of bizarre. Okay, this gradient map, we get off of this. I don't know, maybe we'll turn that somewhere. Yeah, do an Aaron Rodgers to the Packers swap. Do that joke no one's told before. Alright, so we're going to do this. So far, it's not terrible. What I want to do is, though, I want to change the color of all this down there. So what we're going to do is we're going to... Let's just make a new one. Let's make a new...
Radiant map.
Gradient map. We're going to slam that thing down, flip it, and reverse it. We got to select the actual gradient map. Let's get closer. Okay. We're closer now. We want a light color, so this is the light orange, and we want the dark orange, which is the dark orange. And then actually for the black, I want to select something real dark. So it would kind of look like that. Now the issue is there would still technically be black. So we would want to do this, theoretically. So we're going to hit OK. This is where this other gradient map would come in handy then, would be to lighten up all of this. And get rid of that area. I think that actually looks pretty good. Let's move these here. I think that looks pretty nice, actually. Now we want to only have this be in this bottom area, though. So So I'm just gonna paint wherever I want. Like this. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna end up using a curves layer to darken this up after the fact. Blah, blah, blah. Look, it's orange. That's all I wanted. I just want it to be orange. I'll group this together and then mask this out. Mask out the areas I don't want this to be affected by, which are down here. Now, to me, a lot of these jersey swaps come down to what images you can find and what images are sourced. That's why I try and be more particular about these specific images that are sourced, so I know they're at the same angle. Really, that's what's key. You gotta find something at the same angle. Okay, so we're gonna put this. I can put this gradient map actually in here with this. I think that'll actually help. And I can give this the same there. Okay, that's much better. Just go along here. You know, there's some stuff going here. What's going on? I don't know. Who knows? Or we can go like this and just kind of, like I said before, fake funk. It's probably close to what it looks like. Save. Let's see. What do we want to do here now? I'm going to put the 3 on there. So here's a nice photo of a 3. That's why I grabbed this. Let's make it larger. Probably large enough. Convert this to a smart object. And then we'll kind of put this in the same spot it would be in. It's actually not too bad. I'll just do a couple of these. I feel like since the ball is covering a lot of the area, I can be a little bit more adventurous as to how I do this. Because like, boom, there you go. 3. Done. It's in there. Great. Yeah, these stupid dots. See all these dumb dots down here? We're going to mask all those out. I don't want them. And like this, I guess that's fine. We need to kind of mask that out. But we're going to mask all these stupid dots out. Because I don't want them. They don't have any place here. We don't like your kind around here. So we're just going to go like this. Blah, 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 blah. Now this clearly doesn't look great right now. And that's because we're getting rid of actually a lot of character, which I would like to keep in, but we're not going to. We're just literally gonna cut out this 3. We're not even gonna include all this cool stuff that we should include. We're just gonna go like this. 3. You know, you blended it in decently when you can't tell where you've erased areas. Now I could probably go in with like the quick select or something and just select the 3 and mask it out, but we're just gonna do it this way. Okay, like this. And we'll hit this like that. Looks pretty decent for a spot. You know, maybe I can move it around. Maybe it's right there or something. Okay. Now we need to darken the hell out of this. So we're gonna use a curves layer.
Curves.
Darken the hell out of it. We're gonna set this to luminosity though. It should look a little bit better. We're gonna link it just to there. What the hell happened there? Why did that happen? Like that shouldn't. It doesn't make any sense. See, I literally don't know why it's like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Why it's doing that. Let's just dumb the exposure down instead, and then just kind of mask it to this, because I can't clip it to it apparently. And then just grab another curves layer. Drop it down. Mask it like that. Can I group these two together? Okay, that's good. Let's invert that, and then we'll just go in with like a 40% brush that's super soft. Even 10%. And go like this. I don't know what I'm going to do down here. Like, it's a troublesome area that we need to address. Which we will, but I just want to address this area now. Now, this isn't the best jersey swap I've done. I can already tell you that right now. So, we're having fun. We're having fun with this. Alright, another shoulder. Let's just go like this. Crop. I don't know, turn it into a smart object. I usually turn these into smart objects so I can puppet warp them. Which is something that works out pretty well. 100%, 100%, brush, dark, 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 dark. So I'm just gonna make this a nice smooth line. We're just gonna completely ignore the area where it wraps around like it does around his arm. Don't care, because this is jersey swap, we do whatever we want. And we're not gonna do the inside like the other, so we're just gonna crop where that little area ends for the most part. Like this, there, great. We'll go in here. I'm using a nice large brush because it can give me some pretty decent round edges that would fit how a jersey flows. I like to use that on straight lines essentially. I guess it's pretty straight, but I can just hit it with a couple of these and it's not a jagged line. Just a big large brush. Alright, so let's put this up there. Let's actually use the puppet warp on this one. We're going to convert this to a smart object. We're going to go to edit, puppet warp. The corner stays there. This might move. Let's say this stays there. I'm just grabbing anchor points and then we can drag things down. So we can go, these are all down more like that. We need to pull this into the corner because that's where the armpit hits. Right there like that. Zoom in. This needs to come back a little bit because you can tell I puppet warped it. Just doesn't look right. You can tell there's an obvious sort of curved area. I think we're going to mask that out so it doesn't matter. This we want right here, but we want to move the 3 up a little bit like that. What do we want to do with this? We can probably drop this down a little bit and pull this out. Something like that. So there. Great. We need to get rid of us. See, like, I did all that, and then we're not even going to use it. Like, see how much... Like, I'm just going to turn this whole layer off because we're not using it. Now let's group this together and name this right shoulder. And basically we're going to use the right shoulder to mask this back in with a nice soft brush. And I mainly just want to get the areas that are going to blend in. And we'll blend in the rest of this. We'll blend this in to be orange somehow. Okay, so that kind of stays there like that. And then this goes up here like this. Up into the corner. And I should do this a little bit more. Okay, so actually this hits hard blue like that. So we actually want that to stay like that. But we need to mask the glove back in. And then we'll mask the around the Walter Payton Man of the Year award, and that's where it ends. Okay, so we'll have to figure out this little area here, which we can do. All right, we'll figure that out in a sec. Paint this back on. We're gonna group this together and then basically mask around the face mask. Mask around. Mask go around, mask go around. All right, do that. You'll hit whatever this area is. Mask. Mask. Mask it. Okay. I want this to be sharper. There. So this is where we're at. It's okay. It's not terrible. You know what I might just do is just go like this in this area. Because it's really not that much. I'm just gonna paint in. Hi, look, this is jersey color. Welcome to this area of the jersey. This is where jersey color exists. I'm being a little too lackadaisical with my selections, though. Look, orange. Would you like orange? Welcome to orange. And we're gonna mask this in ourselves. Okay. Go here, paint this back in. Use like, I don't know, 60% brush, just because based on where these pixels are, it's a little fuzzy. I don't want it to be super clean because then it would look kind of weird. You'd definitely be able to tell that this is a jersey swap. And we want you to only kind of tell that this is a jersey swap. Okay, we'll go like this. Make a new layer. And then take this and go like that. Take this. Pretty good. Not too bad. Okay. So we have most of it figured out. We don't have this figured out down here. What do the pants look like? Delete layer mask. Okay, so the pants are white. What color are these pants? Not white. I really want to figure out what to do down here because this whole thing is messing up a lot. So we're gonna have to fix that. So like, it's darker. And it's also in specific areas. Am I just not doing anything? Like, I'm very confused. Is it masked to that? Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're probably gonna keep it blue. We're gonna change the green to be orange. But I kind of messed this whole area up, so we gotta figure that out. Oh, we're gonna put a Broncos logo on there? That's for sure. What is this? This is color. Okay, we're gonna duplicate this and just put it, I don't know, right here, and name this fanny pack. Delete the layer mask. We're gonna invert this layer mask. And there's a bunch of different ways to do this. But we're just gonna go like this. Like, I could probably use a hue and saturation layer and select greens and change them all, and that'd be pretty simple to do. But this will work as well. I think what we mainly need to do is we need to fix the shading on this area to make it a little bit darker. So it just looks weird because there would be an obvious shadow there. I almost want to just use hue and saturation. I think it might look better. Might be easier to do. This side's easy. We can just paint it like that up. Okay, we need to highlight this, mask everything. Mask everything to that. There we go. And then I can be haphazard with it. Okay, so that doesn't look too bad. I think what we need to mainly do is grab an adjustment layer of a curves layer.
Curves.
And then, I don't know, I need to like select this. Delete this layer mask. Mask it to the inside of that. Make it like a little bit darker. Group this all together. Get rid of everything. Groups within groups are very helpful. And then kind of go like this. I really just want to get a little bit of separation away from the fanny pack and him, which this kind of did, and it's okay. And like his pants, you know, we could probably do a lot more to his pants, but I think it's fine. I don't think we need to mess with it too much. Okay, save. So we got a lot done. A lot going on here. I want to select this curves layer, though, and give it a little bit of darkness down here. Make this a little bit darker. Let's just make a new layer. I'm just making a new curves layer, just like on top of everything, to just darken up. Oh, that's not what I wanted. So this is the right. Is this the whole right shoulder? And this? Okay, so we're gonna group these together. Right shoulder. We're gonna take this curves layer and apply it to only that. And it's basically gonna allow us to darken up this area. It should be kind of dark because it's his shoulder. What if we set that to luminosity? It might look a little bit cleaner. Let's go like that. All right, so decent, adequate right now is how this looks. How I would call this. Fanny pack. Okay, I need to duplicate this and toss it in here with the fanny pack. And this I want to make this darker. I think the orange is too bright, so I'm just gonna darken it like that. Except in this area here where it's just making things chaotic. Okay, good. His gloves we should probably fix. So I'm just gonna use this fanny pack. I don't know. I really just need to paint in this tiny area where this E is. There. It's orange now. You know, it's fine. He has a glow stick in his mouth that's orange, so we're gonna give him an orange glow stick. Okay. Now we have the helmet. And the helmet's a pain in the ass. It's always a pain in the ass. There's more stuff I want to fix on here. There's a lot of stuff I need to fix on here, so let's take a look at that real quick. Okay, so this is that. Okay, so I need to actually paint this back in right here. Like that. Okay, that's better. Okay, where's that orange? Okay, so these I need to mask out a little bit better in this area. This is where I want to go back in and be a little bit more detail oriented on where some of this stuff ends. Because what we're going to do is I'm going to put a more harsh shadow under here. Which I think is needed. So is that this? Okay, so we're going to add another adjustment layer of curves just to drop it down. We're going to invert the whole thing. And 20% or 40%, we're just going to paint along the line and underneath the specific areas that are directly touching it. So it'd be slightly darker in this whole area. Like that. Like that's better. It's not perfect. Like there's this dark line here. So I'm trying to figure out how I want to actually fix that. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a new layer. We're going to go like this. And then we're going to take our selection of this, wherever the selection is there, and delete and mask it to that. Except invert it, like that. We're just going to delicately paint it back. I don't know if that exactly worked, but I think I know what we can do. So, new layer, we're just going to paint orange like this, and we're just going to set it to color and set it to like 50%. What's going on here? Is there some sort of... This is bad. So this is all on his arm here, and that's terrible. We gotta fix that. There. Is there anywhere else? Is it over here? No. Okay, save. Alright. Not too bad. Going pretty well. So let's see what we can do with this helmet. So let's find the images that I have. So ideally I just... Whoop, that's you guys. That's OBS. Okay. The way I want to do this helmet is not going to be terribly easy. Alright, let's make new layer, whole new layer, up at the top. Helmet. Let's brush this all in. Alright, so we're going to do this. Let's just put this in a thing and name it helmet. I don't know. Alright, so we're going to probably pretty easily select and mask some of the Seahawks off. That's the easy part. We can do that. That's nothing. The hard part is going to be getting rid of this crap and filling it in with a Broncos logo. Zoom in here. Dodge this area. I mean, I can just mask it out so we don't have to really dodge it. But I don't want to use a brush that's too large because then it will pull from different areas I don't want it to. Like that, like it pulled from the little edge there. What if I just pull from right here and set it to like 40%? How does that look? Like that might be too dark. But if I do it to the whole area, it won't really matter. So I'm trying to gauge what darkness this should be. But we're probably going to cover it up. So we might be able to just fake the funk later. So we'll do that. So we'll go in here like this. Blah, blah, blah. Fake, 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 fake. Not great, not great. We'll mask it out. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Do not worry about it. That's all I have to say. Okay. Just painting in blocks of color. See, my brush is too large, so it's pulling in the edge, which I do not want it to do. Okay, that's fine. Let's find a photo now of the side of the helmet. This is more to the side we want, but this photo's a little smaller, which isn't great. Let's blow that up, set it to 50%, just blow this helmet up. Go like that. Yeah, we pretty much just have to do the helmet now, Brad. So we're just gonna paint this back on like this. I really just want to turn this into a smart object. And I really just want to figure out where this Bronco logo is. And we're going to have to change the color of this anyway, which is fine. All of the orange reflections on the background, we're going to have to tweak and change, which is okay. So that's sort of the edge. So I want to put this in here with the helmet. So I can go like, sorry, helmet mask to that. So there. So I really want to do this. And then just figure out where it goes. Oh. Okay. Okay, so that hole is above the Oakley sign thing, which doesn't exist on here, but it would be like right here. Oh, I can match up where this is. So it would be about right here. I think that's sort of accurate. It's hard to tell because I masked it out. Hold on, let's hop in here. Okay, that's there. Then there's a clip. So that clip is right here. So this is pretty accurate. So we'll just paste this on. I'm going to do this with a soft brush. This is basically showing me where I need to mask stuff in, and I need to mask some of this some of these areas out a little bit better. Okay. We'll just mask this out like that. Pretty good. This part of the helmet, I really just want, I pretty much just want the Broncos logo. The issue is, actually it's not that big of an issue. So we're just gonna have to use a bunch of curves layers. And actually I'm thinking about this all wrong. But we're gonna have to use some curves layers to fix the darkness and brightness of where this logo is. I don't know, we'll just do that. Let's get rid of this. Something like that. Here's the main issue. The main issue right now is I need to change the whole color of the helmet, which I have not done. So we're gonna toss a gradient map on top of this. I don't want the gradient map selected because it's gonna break everything. But I just want a dark blue, a lighter blue, that's sort of the sky, and then like I want super dark. It's pretty much black. We'll just replace black with that actually. Hit OK. Get rid of this. Off, on. Okay, it's masked to that. We want this to be below, kind of like this. So this is before and after. It's okay. What happened? Hold on. What happened here? What's that? What's going on here? I don't know how that happened. All right, let's fix that. So it's nice and sharp earlier. Okay. Now we turn the gradient map on, but we only want the gradient map to apply to the areas of the helmet. So this is better, which is good. I want just here and below. It's already masked out. So really what I'm doing is I'm just getting rid of the Seahawks logo from this area. And I can select here because it's doing beneath. So it's just doing layers current and below. So I can go here with just a, sort of a darker layer and toss it on there. Sorry, my dog is on my lap and my foot is just pins and needles right now from her sitting there. All right, so we'll turn this back on. We can paint this up here. There's something I do like to do while I'm doing this. What do their... Okay, their face masks are black, so I don't have to change that. So that's good. That's really annoying to change. I'm really just going to paint this however I want. We're barely changing the color of the helmet. Now, I do need to go in and not put it on these parts because these are silver. But we're basically changing a navy helmet to a different navy helmet, so it kind of doesn't matter. But I do want to make sure I don't hit these white areas, because that's just going to look weird. All right. And since we still have white in the gradient map, it's not going to look weird, and we can accidentally overlap on some of this white stuff, and it looks fine. Okay, so on this helmet, the helmet decal is okay. It doesn't really match that well because this is a matte helmet. This isn't a matte helmet, but we're going to make do. Let's just brighten this up. Whoops. Okay, so we're going to invert this. We're going to brighten it up like that, and then we're going to take an adjustment layer of curves to darken.
Curves.
To darken some of these areas as well, to try and make it look like it fits a little bit better. Kind of like that. Not great, but it's there. It exists. Okay. Let's do some easy stuff real quick. Seahawks. Man, I selected the wrong layer again. Actually, I know what I did. I accidentally... if you use the brackets, if you hold down, like, Command, it goes down to the next layer instead of switching my brush size. So that's what happened. Okay, so I just need a nice Broncos logo. I think there's one right here. Yeah, this is pretty good. So we're just going to take this and just turn it into a smart... Take this, clip it, turn it to a smart object, copy it, paste it, and just put it right up there. Put it at 50% just so I can see where I'm putting it. Toss it in there. And we'll just mask this out completely. Kind of like that. Look, boom, great. Good, great, grand. Wonderful. Save, save, save. So the only thing we really need to do is get rid of this dumb pattern. And I don't know the best way to do that. So here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do instead. We'll group all this together. This is swap stuff. Okay, so in the background here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this. I'm going to select modify. I'm going to expand this selection by 25 pixels. And we're going to make a new layer. And we are going to content aware fill. And I'm just going to hit enter. Because basically what we did was we just got rid of the fringe area around him. Now it looks really dumb right now. So we'll select this. We'll mask this, and then can I feather the mask for like 10? For like 15 pixels? Yeah, that's okay. Whatever, it's fine. Save. Again, areas down here probably need to darken, which we can do. Let's find a quick photo. Jeez. Yep, that's fine. I'm just finding a photo of Jerry Judy. We're just gonna put him in the background instead of Eskridge. We're just gonna swap out the whole background. Photo of Jerry Judy. We can probably ignore that. So we'll go like this, and then boom. Jerry Judy. Put Jerry Judy right there. I don't know. We'll figure it out, actually. We won't do that. Okay, so this top area with the helmet. Let's grab a gradient map. Let's set it to, let's a normal black and white gradient map. We don't want it to affect the dark spots of the underlying layer. So we only want it to affect areas like that. And I want to make it darker. Kind of like that. And I want it to be just the luminosity of it. I'm going to invert that. So then we go in here, and then I can just paint in. Oh man. Paint in with a nice soft brush. Kind of like this. And you know what? For the most part, it's erasing them. So that's fun. That kind of worked. Some sort of magic. Super cool. All right, so let's put this in here, group it like that. Not bad at all. I mean, it's not bad in the aspect of now I feel like I can easily take like a brush like this. What happens if I duplicate that again? It's not bad. So I'm gonna take this and just kind of paint it. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna make a new layer to do this. Found out this works out really well. No, do not select the upper layer. Select this. We're gonna paint up here like this. No, S Club. S Club 7 is what I want. I don't know why it doesn't understand that. So we're just gonna paint all over this area like this. Okay, down here I might get a little meticulous with how I do this. Just to follow some of the same lines. Like this is a little bit darker. This area. Cool, 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 cool. Paint, 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 paint. It's 2%. Sort of like this. So then it looks like that, but then we basically say, hello, if anything's white, we don't want it to affect it, because we want it to be shiny still. And then it looks like that. Does that look great? No. I mean, we're gonna do something, Brad. Like, I just want to take this part now and put it over there. But there's no real easy way. Like, I guess I could do that. He's got shit in his helmet, though. Like, it's kind of annoying. Alright, so let's crop this together. Copy this over. Let's paste it on top like this. What's up, Universe Graphics, aka Dan? How's it going? I should have just done this in the first place, to be honest. It would have been so much easier if I just did this. Then this goes kind of like that, right? I don't know. I don't know how it's supposed to look. Like that? I don't know. I'm like over this now because This is why I hate jersey swaps. Yeah, that's totally wrong. Hold on. It'd be more like that. And then it would be shifted a little bit more this way like that. I don't know. This one doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be acceptable. And right now we're in that acceptable range. Because I'm not the best at jersey swaps. I'm decent at them. Probably could have picked a little bit better imagery to use. Let's keep that in there. I think that adds a little bit more depth. Look at this. Yeah, they're completely different kinds of helmets. That's why I literally don't care. Like I kind of just want to put a. What I really want to do is just go like this and just be like, bam, look, stripe. Look, there's a stripe in his helmet now. Here you go. Like I really just want to do this because I literally could care less that they're different helmets. You know, Broncos. Look, bam. Make it orange, right? Boom, orange. Hooray, we did it. But then we just let the shine come through like that, and then it's a helmet. We did it. Right? I'm just gonna do this because I don't. This isn't for a client, so I can do whatever I want. Alright, there. Look, we did it. He's in a Broncos uniform now. Let's fix some things. Adjustment, curves, darken up a little bit. Just put this on top of everything. Just darken up this area down here. Bugging me. Right here. Oh, I got a, I don't know yet. I mean, it's going to be. They want a jersey swap done that they can post tomorrow. They haven't sent it to me yet, I don't think. Let me look. Yeah, they haven't sent it to me yet, but that's what it's going to be. All right, so here's the cool thing. I can now take all of this stuff and turn it into a smart object. So now we have this cool smart object. And now we can do all of our cool shit to it, like edit the photo. Because if you edit the photo, after you do it, this is what sells everything. Kind of like this. So we'll toss this up like that, put this here, delete the filter mask for some reason. Set this to, do not do opacity, set this to color, like that. Group these together. Go in here, tweak some of these colors a little bit. These are way too high. That's good. Then we can take, oops, gotta swap legs. So we're gonna boost some of the orange and darken them up a little bit. Maybe that's too much. Maybe we should add a little bit more yellow like that. And we take the reds, boost the reds. I like to do that. Maybe add a little bit of yellow like that. That's good. Let's go in here with some of the yellows. Whiten his eyes just a little bit. I'm sure there's probably something I missed on this. But again, it's been an hour and a half. It's only been an hour and a half. Wow, I did that actually pretty fast. Good. Trying to do these a little quicker. There it is, Russell Wilson jersey swap. Just got tagged on it. I literally want to be like, hi, I just made this one. Can we use this one, please? You don't have a clue? CJ Stroud, the quarterback out of The Ohio State University. Heck yeah, I know who those are. Actually, I know who all those people you just said are. All right, so we're going to contract this. Let's do 2 pixels. CJ Stroud is a huge beast. We're going to set this to luminosity. And we're going to attach all of these to this one thing right here, like that. We would take this mask and do 3.5. Oh, that's 35. 3.5 like that. That looks better. Then we'll take another layer. Curves, we'll boost this up a little bit. Let's set that to luminosity as well. Oh, I don't want this to terribly affect the really dark areas. I want it to look like that. That's good. And we'll take this. Yeah, Dan, I'm an Ohio State Buckeye fan, and that's who CJ Stroud plays for. You should know who CJ Stroud is. You should actually know who all of those people are. But it's okay. All right, so there. Jersey swap, right? Pretty much. Let's just crop this to like a normal 4:5 ratio so then we can get rid of the player in the background like that. Boom. Let me see what photo they sent. If they sent me the same photo, I literally just want to send them this. Nope. Nope, they have a completely different photo. All right, but here's Russell Wilson. We'll toss a teal and orange plus contrast on this just to blow it out, but not really. We'll toss one of these on here that doesn't look terrible. And then we'll do this guy to flatten everything out a little bit, give it that Sports Center look. There. That's good enough for me for an hour and a half. What do you guys think? Good enough? I think it's good enough. Yeah, I think the only thing that we might do is go into the hue and saturation, go to the greens and change that to be more of an orange. Or take this and just kind of a little bit of more orange background. You know, I don't know. Doesn't matter to me. One thing it is missing, of course, is a nice sexy lens dirt on top. Get some nice depth on this. Nice sexy lens dirt. Oh yeah, go like that. Oh, it would definitely be better with a blurred autograph. You're 100% correct with that. Let's find Russell Wilson, flawless. Boom. 2018 Panini, flawless. Save image to downloads. Toss this bad boy up here like that. Invert it. Get rid of this fixed ratio crap. Like this, crop. Adjustments, hit some button. I don't know. We're gonna do like a
gradient map.
You already knew it was coming. Yep, that's fine. Sure, screen. I want to put it over there because we can put it right here. Or, you know, I can convert it to a smart object like this. Blow it up and do that. Oh, my NFT, my Starcade fighter. I actually have a couple of them. They're pretty sweet. Save this, go back. Got that. That's an object now. So now we can filter, blur, Gaussian blur. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. Look how nice that looks. We get like a Broncos logo or something to ghost in the background. Schedule. I probably have a Broncos logo on here actually. Hold on. Broncos. Yeah, I already got one on here. And look, we can just throw it in the background like, dang, how small is this? Oh, there's the bounding box. You go like this and just toss it on top and set it to like overlay and 20%. I don't know, I might get rid of that. Pretty good. Let's toss a light leak on top just to, I like to just cover it. You gotta make something that looks cool and then you just cover it with a bunch of effects and then it looks better. Light effects, light leaks. There's a bunch of orange light leaks in here. These are Ethan's. I use them on everything. It's like Mike's Red Hot. I've literally skipped over them. This one or this one? Use this one. Go like this. Spread it out a little bit like that. Screen. Give this a little bit of a levels adjustment. There. I think that's good. I think that's probably where we'll stop. I say that, but I really want to go in here and do some global darkening of things. So we'll do that. We'll inverse this. A nice 40%, 50%, 40%, 50% flow. Darken up some of these other areas so they're more equal. Darken up in here, I don't know. Just hitting spots with things. There. Alright, save. Make a new layer, merge everything together, turn it to a smart object, filter, camera raw. And let's just give it a little bit of some stuff. 10 clarity? I don't know. Vibrance 10? 5? Let's give it a little bit of a vignette. I think that'll help. We'll add a little bit of grain. There. Perfect. Alright, we did it. So, thank you guys for joining me, making this quick jersey swap of Russell Wilson. I gotta go do some real work now and do a jersey swap of Russell Wilson, so that'll be fun. So you'll see another one of these from me. But thank you guys for joining me on this little early stream. It only took an hour and 40 minutes, so by me, that's pretty damn good. I'll take that every day. I gotta go do this again, though, which is fun. So thanks for joining me this week. I'll see you guys next week. We'll do another live design. We'll see what happens in sports and go from there with that. But thank you guys for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.